All right, shalom everyone, and peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. I hope you can hear me very well, and we welcome you today in another day. All right, oops, shalom everyone. I have my voice. Sorry, I have other pages open. So I hope today. My voice. All right. We hope today we are going to share with you one more act of hypocrisy. The Islamic religion as a very well known satanic cult. They have no shame to change their skin and their fur. And today, our topic about Mamdani. Mamdani, when he go for election, all his election time actually, he was doing his speeches in a gay club. Almost every speech he made is either in a nightclub or literally gay club. And then you see this Muslim guy, he is proud to be a Muslim. And he claims Islam is a religion which is the best way to be. Okay. I mean, it's normal. Everybody have religion, whatever your religion. You think your religion is the best to be. But what is different about Muslims that they are sneaky. They have no dignity. Because Islam is satanic, they are willing to lie. Here is Zohran, Borat. He is promising that he will give 65 million on trans medical treatment. Now, for sure, he will not let any Muslim kid have a transgender treatment. He wants your kids to be destroyed. If you notice in the last, few months, how many attacks happened done by transgender, which is a clear sign and proof scientifically that taking those surgery and those drugs are affecting your mental health, not only physically. So, why he will not? If I am a Muslim, I will spend $1 billion in changing the kids of American because those are the enemies of Islam. It's sure the kids will lose their ability to have kids, not our kids. So we will increase in population and you will decrease. Now, this guy, he made a speech about his prophet. Let us hear together.
I think of the freedom from suffering that Buddhism teaches us is only possible if we remove the three poisons of desire, hatred, and ignorance from our daily lives. We need not accept suffering as unchangeable. We need not treat hatred as the natural state. We have the power to set ourselves free. And I consider my own faith, Islam, a religion built upon a narrative of migration. The story of the Hijrah reminds us that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was a stranger too, who fled Mecca and was welcomed in Medina. Surah An-Nahl 1642 tells us, as for those who immigrated in the cause of Allah after being persecuted, we will surely bless them with a good home in this world. Or as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, Islam began as something strange and will go back to being strange. So glad tidings to the strangers. If faith...
Listen to the stupid liberals are clapping.
If faith offers us the moral compass to stand alongside the stranger, government can provide the resources. Let us create a new expectation of City Hall, where power is wielded to love, to embrace, and to protect. We will stand with the stranger today.
Now let me show you. When he speak about migration, and he said he was welcome in the city of Medina. What he have done to Medina? He killed all those who welcomed him. So Mamdani is saying to people of New York, we will kill you all. And he quote for us a chapter in the Quran, right? What chapter is that? Listen again.
I think of the freedom from suffering that Buddhism teaches us is only possible if we remove the three poisons of desire, hatred, and ignorance from
We will show you tons of verses in the Quran teaching hatred, but just wait.
our daily lives. We need not accept suffering as unchangeable.
Suffering is a punishment of Allah and Islam for non-Muslims, and I can show you tons of verses in the Quran and the Hadith of Muhammad.
We need not treat hatred as
Hatred is a very core of Islam. If you take hatred, Islam does not exist. And we will show you many verses too.
the natural state. We have the power to set ourselves free.
Muhammad, he says that the Muslims are the best of mankind, and the best of them because they bring non-Muslims as dogs with the chains around their necks. He's talking about free and hatred and equality. All those things are not exist in Islam. It is opposite.
And I consider my own faith, Islam, a religion built upon a narrative of migration. The story of the Hijrah reminds us that Prophet Muhammad وسلم, was a stranger too, who fled Mecca and was welcomed in Medina. Surah An-Nahl 1642 tells
Let us go to 1642 and show you together what those guys are talking about. This is 16, and we will go to 42. Remember carefully, he is choosing his verses carefully, right? So it is his choice to choose, but he chosen. All right. So he chose in this chapter, but this chapter is talking about what? I advise those people who they are listening to this wicked man. When somebody says to you something from his book, all right, open it and read it. And then right away you will find that when the Muslims speak about something called hijrah, which means migration, it's a migration to prepare to kill. All right. If you read carefully, when Mamdani he chose for us a verse about hijrah, and this verse, why he chosen this verse specifically? Because other verses about hijrah is about killing those who live in that place. So they choose for you verses which if you open to read, you will see nothing there, nothing really. But this is the same book. The migration of Muslims is to take over the place and kill those who they are living there. And this is exactly what happened when Muhammad took over. Now, if you are a gay or LGBTQ, don't go, because I will show you something Muhammad said about you. And this guy, as you see, he is proud of his prophet. And you stupid people, you clap for him. Hey, Muhammad, he says, kill you, to kill you all. And we will show you. So this is a verse about hijrah, all right? But what this verse is about, this is the chapter of At-Tawbah. Don't you go and march for killing? Aren't you going to help Muhammad in his war? Hmm? Aren't you going to string his army? Aren't you going to march light and heavy and do jihad by your money and yourself for the sake of Allah? Well, this verse is about hijrah too. This is about doing jihad. All right? Do you see it? So he chosen for you something. If you read it, you will not notice what he's talking about. You will notice that Muhammad, he migrated to a city, then he killed everybody who don't believe in him. And that's what the Muslim will do to you, people of New York, is they become big in number. And you see, when you saw I say Muslims, I'm talking about Muslims who believe in these books. If you are a Muslim by name, but obviously this guy is not a Muslim by name. He is speaking about how amazing Muhammad is. Muhammad believed in genocide as a solution for his problems. And this is why in Saudi Arabia there is zero gays, zero atheists, zero Christians, zero Jews. There's zero of everything except Muslims. And this is Muhammad talking. I will certainly expel. Now, what expel mean? He will send his army to kill anyone. The people will run for their life before the army come, or he will kill them. All right? So he's talking about hijrah, which migration of Muslims. And Muhammad is speaking about that Islam will start strange and he will end as a strange. But in fact, this is about the prophecy. Muhammad, he said at the end of the time, not about stranger as a like a stranger person, because Muhammad starts stranger as his own town. He was not a migrant there. So Muhammad was saying, my religion was a strange religion in the beginning and will end as a strange. And the word strange here means a few people will believe in it. And this guy, because the audience are a bunch of dummy, do not know what he's talking about. Yeah, they like it, you know, a bunch of dummies. And I will show you, if you are from the homosexual community, what Muhammad teach about you and what the Quran teach about you. So he mentioned to you this, and to make you believe that this is about migration and immigrant. This is not about migrant. This is about Islam will revert for the beginning when it was small number of people. This is what strange is. Verily Islam started as something strange and would again revert to its old position of being strange, just as it started, and it would recede between the two mosques, just as a serpent crawled back into its hole. So Islam extend, became big. Many countries, almost 60 countries, have Muslim government. But Islam will not be stay like that no more. Islam will go back to be strange. The guy, he lied to you saying this is about migration, when in fact this is about that faith will be abandoned in Islam and Muslims will become apostate. And I find it very nice of Muhammad to describe uh, Islam as a serpent, right? I find it very strange that Muhammad making such a statement as if he acknowledging that his religion is nothing but a serpent, which is in the religious books always considered as word to describe Satan, right? So Muhammad, he gave actually the best word. Like if, even me myself, if I want to describe Islam, I will not come with something better. All right. Uh, Let me show you another reference. As long we are mentioning. Uh, we know that in the Quran it says that when the victory came, What victory? The victory of a bloodshed. When Muhammad he killed all his enemies, and the one who they are not killed yet, the civilians, they converted to Islam in 1 second. Otherwise, they will be killed. Uh, so it says when victory came, the consequence of the victory, you know, what happened? Right away, people coming like waves entering into Islam. All right? When the victory of Allah come to Muhammad, and this is about Muhammad war against his enemies. You see, Muhammad is a very friendly man. He welcomes strangers by taking your home. So people they enter into the religion of Islam by waves. In Arabic, it says afwajan, which means wave after wave, like a bigger crowd. But Muhammad is said the same about at the end of the time that Islam will end in the same way. The same way people enter Islam as waves, they will leave Islam as waves. Look here, the hadith is not translated for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see if we can find. Yeah, you see, it is the first hadith in the top, but they have no translation for it. Usually, Muslim, when they don't translate something, it's because they are afraid of it. So look what it says here. Let me copy the important one. All right.
On the authority of the Prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace. When this surah was revealed to the Messenger of God, may God bless him and grant him peace. When the victory of God has come in the conquest, and you see the people entering into the religion of God in multitudes, Surah An-Nasr, verse 1, the Messenger of God, may God bless him and grant him peace, said, they will surely leave it in multitudes just as they entered it in multitudes.
See? So this potato here, this liar, is quoting for you a hadith. Hadith in Arabic mean a speech of Muhammad, which is speaking about something totally different. Have nothing to do with migration, the one we see in America. It's talking about Islam will become a stranger as a religion, which means few will believe in it. So do you see how they knew that you are ignorant. They knew that you are, and I'm talking about especially those liberals. They knew that you are dummy. How come he don't quote for you what Muhammad said about killing gays and lesbians? Huh? How come he did not quote for you that? Isn't he proud about Muhammad? So if we ask right now, what is the penalty for someone he is a gay? What is the penalty? There's a penalty, right? What is the penalty? Why nobody of you, the LGBT community, I find it funny for me that people call themselves a community based on sex. For me, I find it very funny actually. you know, like imagine we call ourselves the straight community. That isn't it funny? Anyway, what you can say for people with the punishment of for homosexuality. This is not my website. This is a very well-known Islamic website, and everything they say here is according to Islam teaching, not mine, as you see. All right, and this is the one who's in charge of this website. This website, I believe, is from Qatar. Sponsored by the terrorist organization of Qatar, which support Mamdani very much. What is the punishment for homosexuality? Let us see if we can zoom. Okay. Summary of the answer. Some companions say the punishment of the homosexuality is burn the homosexuals with fire. Some of them viewed that they should be thrown down from the high place and have a stone thrown at them. Some of them thought that they should be stoned to death. And this guy, he have the guts to quote for you what so-called Prophet Muhammad speak about strangers, when in fact he was speaking about something totally different. How come none of you potatoes, liberals, homosexual, LGBTQ, whatever you call yourself, how come nobody ask him, what do you say about your prophet? Don't call him, don't say filthy prophet, respect Muhammad. Right? And show him what Muhammad said about killing you and burning you. You clap, he mentioned to you something. Hey, a bunch of donkeys. Not a single one of you can ask him, what do you think about Muhammad statement and teaching to kill the gays? Do you know how to read? Do you have eyes? Whoever do you find doing the action of the people of Lut, which mean homosexuality, execute the one who does it and the one whom it was done. Are you blind? He was quoting for you Muhammad, right? This is what Muhammad teach. And you stupid liberals, you know, hey, you know, this is what Muhammad is your enemy, you donkeys. You liberals, they have a low IQ, stupid. You have a self-destruction like design. You are clapping for the one who want to kill you all, slaughter you, burn you alive. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, may Allah curse the one who does the action of people of Lut, and may Allah curse the one who does the action of people of Lut 3 times. Yeah, because he's a Trinity guy. The companion, all of them, they agree to execute the homosexual. Not a single Muslim, including Muhammad, because Muhammad he commanded. Not a single Muslim disagree. And when I talk about Muslims, I talk about Muslims, real Muslims, not those hippie, a guy who call himself gay Muslim. We're talking about those. Those are the companion of Muhammad. All of them they agree about execution of homosexual, but they differ about how. That's the only difference. All of them agree, with no, not a single one says no. That they can, you should be killed, but like how? So some they say they should be burned with fire. And this is the view of Ali. Who is Ali? Ali is the one who became a caliphate, and he is married to the daughter of Muhammad. This is not Mamdani. The Shia worship Ali. So Ali, in his opinion, we should burn them alive with fire. Abu Bakr, the caliphate, all is caliphate. Also, Allah pleased with him, as we shall see below, and some of them thought that they should be thrown down from a high place. That's why we see Hamas in Gaza, and those stupid liberals, they say, free Palestine, free Palestine. You go to Gaza, they will throw you from the top of the building. You have a mental issue, liberals. Self-destruction mind. Literally, you have mental issue. They have a stone and then stone them, throw a stone at them. That was the view of Ibn Abbas. Some of them thought that they should be stoned to death, which was narrated by both Ali and Ibn Abbas. After the companion, the jurist, differed concerning the matter, some of them said that the homosexual should be executed no matter what his situation, whether he is married or not. So to cut the crap short, how the stupid you support this wicked man who is laughing at you, using a statement have totally nothing to do with welcoming migrants. Do the Muslims welcome migrants when they are not Christians in Mecca, in Qatar? In Saudi Arabia, which country, which Muslim country, they welcome migrants who they are not Muslims? You tell me. The same guy, just to show you how hypocrite he is, he go to Uganda, and in Uganda, he take a picture with the one who, who prepared the law for the penalty, the execution penalty for homosexual. Oh, sorry, life sentence, not execution. He go there, he take picture with her. In New York, he is a gay. In Uganda, he's against the gay. It's the same person. You know, sometimes I ask myself, how stupid to be a Democrat. Seriously, like what they eat and what kind of food they eat, huh? How about the link so we could use it to talk about which link you want? The one about killing the gays? Oh, okay, no problem. Here we go. There we go. Save it. Muslims are sneaky and they have zero dignity. With the gay, they are a gay. With the Hindu, they are Hindus. With the Buddhists, they are Buddhists. But at the end of the day, you are their enemy. And I challenge you to ask this wicked man, do you agree with Muhammad that gays should be killed? Do you condemn Muhammad? He will never dare to do so. As you see, he's proud of Muhammad. So how stupid those people, like, can't you search in Google 2 minutes to see how Islam think about you as a homosexual? What Islam think about women? Women are half a brain. A woman, she can't even be a witness in the court in Islam. As you know, I have degrees in Islamic law. A Muslim woman, she can be witness only, and only in the case of borrowing money. And no, even that is not allowed. It have to be 2 women at least, and they have to be approved. So if one woman, she saw somebody borrowing money, she is not allowed to witness in the court, because Islam considers the women half creature. And in the case of any murder, women is not considered to be a witness. It's not allowed. Not in any capital punishment case. So women in Islam are just, Muhammad, he made it clear that women are half a brain. And the majority of hellfire in Islam, they are women. And he said in Arabic clearly, naqisatu aql. What naqisatu aql mean? They have no brain. Their brain is not complete. You can use Google translation. Don't listen to me. What naqisat mean? They have minus brain. Deficient. And then those women, they vote for someone believing this. You believe and you vote for someone. He keep talking about Muhammad, who he considered that women, they have a defect in their mind, defect in their thinking. The testimony, you see, I just told you the testimony of a woman is not equal for a man. 2 women are equal to 1 man, only in the case of borrowing money. In other cases, they cannot witness. There's other case, the Muslims, they agree, but it's not according to Islam really, but because of necessity. Like in the case of a woman, she is witnessing a woman giving birth. She can witness that this son is for this woman, because men are not allowed to enter the room when a woman giving delivery. This is the only second case, according to Islam, a woman, she can witness. So how in the world, you stupid liberals, you vote for someone, speak highly of so-called Prophet Muhammad, When the guy, he said clearly that women, they have no wisdom and they are stupid. And that's why they cannot be witness in the court. All of those speeches of Muhammad are very authentic. He made it clear that Muslim women, and all women, they have lack of common sense. Women, they are bad, according to Islam. Women are wicked, according to Islam. In fact, Muhammad, he made it clear that women are Satan. Are we making things up? Read it. This is authentic. All of this is authentic. We are not making things up. Look how many times. Very authentic hadith. The women, she advance and she live in the image of Satan. She is a Satan. And why? Because Muhammad, he stay in the front of his house watching women butt, and when he got horny, he blamed women for it. Look at the title. Look how wicked he is. And then this wicked, liar, sneaky man, he said to you, Prophet Muhammad have the best teaching? Is that the best teaching? What about you ask him about this? Oh no, he will say to you, there's many hadith are not authentic. Everything I showed you on the screen is very authentic. Not a single thing I showed you on the screen is not authentic. Not a single thing. As you see the reference, as you see the, you know, we are not making things up for you, my friend. And even the Quran copying the story from the Bible about punishment of a homosexual, where God, he burned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. This is Quran too. So if he would try to deny the, you know, if he would try to deny the hadith, what about the Quran? And as you see, all this website here is nothing but reference for you about killing those who they are homosexual. Killing the one who is doing it, which means a gay, to whom is done it, is better for him than committing this act with him. And they're explaining to you again sodomy with other men. And then you idiot, you go and you support a guy speaking about supporting you, taking pictures with transgender and gays, yet he is teaching you about his prophet as the best example for society. Well, your society will be erased if his prophet exists. How stupid a human being can be. Are we making things up? Huh? LGBTQ people, leave your comment for me. Are we making things up for you? Are we providing you with a clear evidence and reference? What's wrong with you? You see, in Christianity, for sure, we are against homosexuality. But I'm not going to go and tell you that you can be a gay in Christianity just to win an election. No, you cannot. You cannot be a Christian, you're a gay. I say to you clear, and you know, I say to you that the Bible says it clearly, even drunken, fornicators, thieves, whatever, none of those will enter the kingdom of the Father. That's what the Bible says. What I'm trying to show you that Muslims are sneaky liars. They knew without your vote, they cannot be in the office. So now he's in the office, he tried to promote Islam, but he will not tell you the truth until they have full control of New York. And if the Muslim became a big number in New York one day, you will see what will happen to you. You will be erased. Literally. The same as what Muhammad did when he went to the city of Medina. The city of Medina used to be called Yathrib. Imagine he changed even the name of the city. Not only he did take over the city and kill the people in the city and stole the money of the city, he changed the name. When Muhammad arrived to Medina, from the first day, he had a plan to conquer, not to visit, not to be a refugee. So right away, he told the Muslim to make a market for themselves. Market for themselves. And the Muslim, they start beating and assaulting all others who they are not Muslims in the town. Imagine you arrive to the town today, tomorrow you are beating our kids. And when somebody have a business, they harass any of his customers. You have to come and buy from us. And slowly, they took over the city by fear and terrorism. Until Muhammad have enough men to kill everybody, then he says, either you convert or I kill you. Choose one. Then this guy, he's doing exactly the same stages. Migration, he migrated. We open migration for Muslims to come to this land. And slowly, we become a big in number, and then we took over. I compare this, look at this poor transgender, imagine if the Muslim took over the city, what would happen to those guys? What would happen to those gays? They will eat them alive. We know who's going to win such a war. There's no question about it, right? Can they even protect themselves? So how I can be a Muslim proud about Muhammad, and then my book teach everything filthy against Christians? This guy, he mentioned hatred, right? What the Quran teach about hatred? Let us see. We are in the chapter of At-Tawbah, actually. But let us go to the hatred first. Remember, he's against hatred. But his God in the Quran made it clear that those who they are not Muslims are the enemy of Allah, and Allah will put hatred between them until the day of judgment. Read it. Chapter 5, verse number 14. 5:14. All right. Allah will strengthen the Christians. He will plant among them enmity and hatred until the day of judgment. But this guy in his speech, he spoke against hatred. It's so clear.
As for those who immigrated in the cause of Allah after being persecuted, we will surely bless them with a good home in this.
The persecution of the Muslims in Medina is a big fat lie, and we can prove it so easy. Muhammad went out because if they are, as the Muslims they say, they want to kill them, they will not be able to get out alive. They are just the story says 70, and I suspect the number, because Muhammad always steal number. Everything in Islam as numbers is a theft. Like you see Muhammad using the number 3. It's stolen from the Bible. Number 7, stolen from the Bible. Number 70, stolen from the Bible. So all those numbers are fake. But however, according to Muslims, it was 70 people, including women and children and slaves. They're slaves too, because Muhammad, he owned many slaves. They went out of the city of Mecca. How they allow them to get out if they want to kill them? They migrated because they are not, like welcome. People don't want to deal with them. So they decide to go out to a different city. And imagine 60 or 70, they took over a city. Imagine how powerful the Swede is. This guy don't even know how to say his prophet name correctly. If you listen how he says Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it's funny. Anyone who speaks Arabic will die laughing.
World. Or as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, Islam began as something strange and will go back to being strange. So
Yeah.
glad tidings to the strangers.
And those stupid, they clap, they thought he's talking about migrant, when the fact is talking about Islam will shrink and Islam will die and will go back to its old strange situation where it was few only believe in it. It's not about being stranger. Muhammad never been stranger anywhere because Arabian Peninsula is Arabian Peninsula. He did not go to Venezuela. This is Arabian land. What stranger? He just moved a few kilometers away from the city of Mecca. It's funny and how dummy those stupid Democrat, they listen and they believe whatever people they say to them. But the most funny part of it when he speak about hatred,
Of desire, hatred, and ignorance.
when all his book is based on hatred. Hatred for anyone as a Muslim. In fact, chapter 9, verse number 29 says it clearly to kill anyone who don't believe in Islam, including, for sure, homosexual. Even though the appearances says it clearly to kill the Christian and the Jews. But if the Christian and the Jews, according to Muslim, they believe in the same God, yet because they associate with, they don't accept Muhammad, they have to be killed. What about you? All the Quran is about hatred. Look how many verses. Hatred. All right? Allah will plant enmity and hatred between them until the day of resurrection. And the funny, he accused you of hatred when this is the plan of Allah. Mamdani accused you of hatred. Chapter 5, verse number 82, it says the most hateful people among mankind to the Muslims is those who they are Jews. And then those dummy Jews in New York, they voted for Mamdani, the liberals. The liberals Jews are self-destruction people, you know. They're suffering from mental issue. When the Quran teaching hate against the Jews, that's why the Muslims, they hate the Jews. The Quran says to them, the most people who should hate is the Jews. They are your enemy. Not only that, Muhammad here, he was trying to make it, he was trying to divide to conquer. So he want to give a message to the Christians. So he says the most people who hate you is those who they are Jews, and the most are close to you is those who are Christians. But later he said, kill the Christians. So for now, he was making propaganda that we are against the Jews only, so the Christian will relax. As you see in the verse here, you will find nearest in love to the believers, to the Muslims, those who say we are Christians. So how later he said kill them all? Because this is how you do it. He fooled the Christians, says we have no business with you. We only hate the Jews. When he finished with the Jews, this is why when I was a kid, I used to hear them saying Saturday first and Sunday next. I don't know what does that mean. What's Saturday first and Sunday next? I mean, are we talking about weekdays or what? What is that? Is it a calendar? No, they are talking about Jews first, Christian second. We finish with the Jews, and then we start with the Christians. In fact, even Muhammad, he forbid them, according to the Quran, that you cannot and you will not find one believer even loving his own parents or his own sibling if they are not Muslims. Anyone who don't accept Muhammad as a prophet, he's an enemy of Allah. You will not find any people who believe in Allah and the last day making friendship with those who they are opposing Allah and His Messenger. Do you gays oppose killing homosexual? Do you oppose Sharia law, beheading, stoning for fornicators? Do you oppose beating women, as the Quran says in chapter 434? Do you oppose the Quran statement that women, she is half a brain, and two women, they can be witnessed in the case of borrowing money only? Do you oppose Muhammad saying that a nation who their leader is a woman, they will never be successful? What do you have to share with the Muslims? And this is what makes it really weird. I mean, how those people, they vote for someone is a wicked Muslim? Huh? What's wrong with you? What Muhammad he said about women is disgusting. Hmm. Let us see the hadith. Muhammad he made it clear that no nation, their leader is a woman, or they have a woman in the position of leadership, will be successful. Why he don't quote for you that? Look at Persia today. Persia used to have a queen. The Persian, before the Arab came and Islam came, they have no problem to have a woman to be their queen, ruler. The wicked Muhammadi came. How come Mamdani don't quote for you what his prophet says about women? I have to say that you liberals, in general, you are seeking self-destruction and you are stupid. You clap for him when he said Prophet Muhammad said. How stupid you are. Did we make anything like making things up? You see, when we show you this, Al-Bukhari is the most authentic reference in Islam after the Quran. So this is not just like somebody said. No, this is very authentic. Every Muslim agree upon this. So I showed you women is a shaitan according to Muhammad. Women half a brain according to Muhammad and the Quran. A woman, she can't be a leader. If you make her leader, she will destroy everything. Women are stupid. Women are shaitan. Women, not only that, three things will defile a Muslim prayer: a dog and a donkey and a woman. Especially the black dog and the women. Why the black dog? Because the black dog is a is the devil. Muhammad is not racist, obviously. Even dogs' color affect their statues in Islam. All right? Three things will make your prayer is not accepted by Allah. What is that? A woman walking by, or a dog, or a donkey. Are we making things up? Authentic. They asked the companion of Muhammad, like, what the problem with the black dog? He said, he asked Muhammad about that. He said, the black dog is the devil. Why is a devil? Because he's black. It's not a white dog. It's not a yellow dog. It's not a red dog. It is the black dog, the devil. It's in the front of you. And then you idiot. I don't know if in the word idiot is not enough to insult your intelligence. Maybe you will wake up. Actually, I'm insulting idiots when I see those people voting for Mamdani. This is his religion. He keep talking to you about Muhammad, Muhammad. This is Muhammad teaching. And here you notice that the man is everything. The woman is a dog. Even Aisha, she said to them, you make us equal by to dogs and donkeys. I saw the prophet, he used to punish me when I praised. Look at the hypocrite. He told them that the women, if she walk by, your prayer is not accepted. But when he'd go down to pray, he put his finger between her legs. And she was 6 years old. A pedophile. You know, how come all of you are talking about how Epstein is a pedophile? But don't you know that Muhammad was a pedo? Huh? Don't you know that the Quran teach to be pedophile too? And the Muslims are allowed to do so-called marriage to children's? How come you are disgusted with Epstein for bringing a girl she is 15, but not somebody he take a wife she is 6? Seriously, aren't you mental? What are you suffering from, liberals? Stupidity. What? What is your... Huh? There's something wrong with you. Do you know that the most person Allah he hate is a black man? Do you know that? And then they will see somebody who's black and he's defending Islam. The most person Allah hate in the world is a black man. The shaitan is black. The dog is shaitan because he's black. The most person Allah hate is black. And then you will find somebody, and not only that, the Quran says in the day of judgment, Allah will make all non-Muslims black, and all Muslims are very white. What's wrong with you, Democrat? Are you mental? You must be. You must be. What are you doing is nothing but self-stupid destruction. Prostitution is allowed in Islam. Using little girls for prostitution is part of the Quran. Don't you know? I don't know what to say to you. And then, the Muslims, they go to black people, they say, oh, you're a Christian, you worship a white guy? Nowhere in the Bible says that Jesus is white or black, because this is the last of our worry. Who care? Nowhere in the Bible says how Jesus looked like, because this is not important for us. We don't worship Jesus because of a look or ethnic. He's our Lord. But this is your prophet, the white man. This is your prophet, the white man. Where in the Bible it says, oh, where is Jesus? Oh, this is the white man. You will never see that. Huh? I don't know what to say to those people. But it's clear that liberals are suffering from big problem. And most likely this problem involves mental issue. And yet this guy, the hypocrite, he loved the anti-gay in Uganda, and he take pictures with gays in America. Wicked. They have zero ethic. And now the snow came to you, and you are freezing, and the garbage is all over New York. The guy he promised you promises from your pocket, but your pocket is empty. Businessmen are running out of New York. This is what will happen to you. You will be doomed. You are just a fool. I don't want to keep you longer. I might come back later to open TikTok if I find it suitable. But I wanted to keep this video a little bit compact, so I give, not all people, they have time to watch long video. Sometimes long video is too much intimidating and too much information. But what we gave you for now is enough. If you are a new, if you are a homosexual, ask yourself, how in the world we allow somebody to speak about Muhammad in front of us and we vote for him? What's wrong with you? This is the same man, Muhammad, who says you should be killed. You should be burned. This is not a fantasy. This is what Islam think about you, LGBTQ. Do you have any IQ? If you have any, use it. We are showing you reference. This is not website made by the Jews or by the Christians or by the Hindus. This is the very Islamic wickedness, which you don't like, huh? Or you like? Similar topic. There's a lot of topic about this. What the punishment of lesbians? Lesbianism? Anyway, so I hope those who watch this video, they will learn. You see, I don't live in New York, and it's not about I don't care for you, people in New York, but it will not affect me. But I know the plan is not all in New York. Muslims, they look at any country as a cheese or cake, and they want to take it all. They will not share with you. So get ready. If you are stupid, I am not. If you are dummy, I am not. And I'm here to warn you, and it's up to you to listen or not. I want to say thank you all for listening, and I hope we learned something good. Feel free to download my videos and share it. And as the Lord, He says, read the books, search it, and then what will happen? You will find the truth, and the truth will set you free. The funny, this guy, he talked about set you free. This guy is trying to quote Jesus, set you free. And you remember in the beginning of the video, he mentioned even the Buddhist. He's a Buddhist with the Buddhist. He's a gay with the gays. He's anti-homosexual with the anti-homosexual. This is exactly the sneaky Islam. This is why Muhammad described Islam as a serpent. Will go back to its hole. But obviously, Islam will go back to its hole not by somebody from the LGBTQ, but by people like me. We will make Islam go back to its hole. And we are going to defeat the serpent, which Muhammad described his religion with perfectly. For Islam is nothing but a serpent. And we will make the serpent crawl back to its hole. We will make it happen. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And always remember that God is good, so is Jesus. And we are the crusade. Take care.